Delhi not convinced. What is the context? Pakistan was facing a lot of pressure after the Pulwama terror attack and its continuation in grey list of the Financial Action Task Force. In order to appease the world and convey a message to the international community that Pakistan is serious about fighting terror, the Pakistani government has come up with a cosmetic measure by ordering the ban on Lashkar-e-Taiba and its offshoot Jamaat-ud-Dawa and Falahi-Insaniyat Foundation. So what is this order all about? So the statutory regulatory order passed on March 4th says that all properties owned or controlled directly or indirectly by a designated entity or a designated individual. The designated entity is here Lashkar-e-Taiba, and any income from the assets would be frozen or physically seized by the Pakistani authorities. So what it means is these entities like the Lashkar-e-Taiba and all those individuals associated with this organization will not be able to derive any money from any of the assets that is present within that particular region. But after this particular order has been passed, there have been certain concerns that have been raised by India. So what are these concerns? Pakistan has previously played the game of dice by invoking this particular ban across all these entities like the Lashkar-e-Taiba, and after a considerable period of time, when the pressure has settled down, it has revoked as well. So what is the game of dice that it is playing? It is invoking a particular order and also revoking a particular order to convince the international circles as per the Pakistani government rules. So what it also means is when a particular decision is taken by a Pakistani government in the form of statutory regulatory order, the point that comes into picture is these laws that are enforced by the Pakistani government, is it prosecutable under the courts? So all these entities and these individuals, will they be coming under the prosecution of the courts? And the next key concern is the people who are enforcing these laws, the executive rights that are being enforced by certain agencies. In case these are the people not enforcing it, not implementing it, are there any penal provisions enforced on these people? So on one side, you are coming up with a law. Is this law coming under the umbrella of the court, and is it getting prosecuted? And at the same time, in case there are executive who is not enforcing this particular law, what are the penal actions? This remains very ambiguous. So because of all these dimensions, because of the game of dice of invoking and revoking, because it is not being prosecuted under the court of law, and also because the executive agencies are not penalized, India is feeling that this particular order is just a cosmetic measure. So what we also have to understand under this particular article is the roots of the Lashkar-e-Taiba. The Lashkar-e-Taiba was founded in 1987 as the armed wing of Markaz Dawat-ul-Irshad, and this was founded by Hafiz Syed, Abdul Azam, Zafar Iqbal in Afghanistan. They also had contacts with Osama bin Laden as well, and they had funding from Osama bin Laden basically to make sure that there is proselytization and preaching of radical form of Islam. Its headquarters are in Murdike near Lahore in Punjab's province. So what we have to understand under this particular backdrop is what is the goal or the agenda behind the running of the Lashkar-e-Taiba. So Lashkar-e-Taiba has a distinct ideology. It underwrites a program of Islamic revanchism. So what it means is they support the radical form of Islam and declare jihad against countries, against organizations, against individuals whom they feel are kafirs and they are not in line with the radical form of Islam that they are propagating. And it also wants to meet this objective of radicalism by having collaboration with multiple terrorist groups. So this multiple terrorist groups also has one of the funding from Osama bin Laden. So the major idea is Islamic revanchism, which basically means is spread the ideology of radical Islam which they feel is right, and this is propagated everywhere through collaboration with other terrorist organizations. From the very beginning, when it was founded in the year 1987, it has a close cooperation with the Pakistani state. So the Pakistani military as well as the ISI has its own local interests as well. So what are the interests of the Pakistani state? One is fighting in the Afghanistan and also warring against India, that India bleed through thousand cuts because they has done is it was formed, it was getting its resources from Pakistan, that is Pakistan. They have been able and they are able to control the likes of Lashkar-e-Taiba. All these dimensions because of the game of dice of invoking and revoking, because it is not being prosecuted under